Oh yeah, come on, cause it's finna.
I'm in the right direction. I'm into this ocean. Traveling in slow motion. Paddling with the question. I'm in the right direction. I'm into this ocean. Traveling in slow motion. Paddling with the question. Calling conception. Involving perception.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Meet the SHU. I'm Nene.
And I'm Sade.
And today we will be discussing capital punishment. Men versus women. So, what we found out is that there's not a lot of women that have been executed in the United States since 1972. Mm-hmm. They use lethal injection. They have used hanging. But from what I found out was that it's been 17 women that have been executed, and they represent 1.2% of the 1,533 executions performed in the United States.
Wow. And who's still doing hanging?
No, I think they we haven't seen that. That was just
Probably
a
in other
form,
countries,
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Firing squads, hanging,
Mm-hmm.
lethal injection, and also how when they had the firing squad, they had 5 people.
Oh, yeah.
And we just found out that 4 of them had
Fake
blanks.
blanks and one had real bullets.
Yes.
I wonder why is that?
And that is because, think of mental, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a part of law enforcement, as bad as we think sometimes, because we need the police no matter what.
Right.
As bad as we think law enforcement is, in some instances they are, in some instances they aren't. Now, they wouldn't mentally be able to go on knowing that, after a while it'll start wearing on their humanity, as far as like continuously shooting somebody.
So I'm figuring they used the strongest person as they like shooting, I guess.
No, they had a choice. They had a firing squad, and I remember reading back then in like history books and stuff, is that they rotated. They had committees, right? But they ended that because mentally they couldn't handle it. So that's what they came up with, using the 4, and and the 5th person
had the real bullet.
Yeah, and that 5th person didn't know that they had the real bullet though.
That's the thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they didn't know that. They didn't know. Nobody didn't know who killed, who actually executed, right? And I don't know how many times that they fired, right? Mm-hmm. But one person is the one that gave that fatal shot.
Yeah, when you think about capital punishment, death penalty.
Uh-huh.
I'm still like in the middle, like straddling the fence, because I say, why would you kill somebody especially if you don't know if they're 100%
guilty,
right? So, looking at other cases lately, I've been for it because some of the cases have been so gruesome, and they, pretty much caught them in the act, that they have done it. A lot of evidence, right? But it kind of, I don't like the fact that they have to wait so long, because you have people that's on death row for 10 and 20 years.
The reason why they make you wait so long for the death penalty is to let them exhaust all remedies of any innocence, right? And so in order for them, I guess, as a system to be okay with what they're doing, they're giving the person an opportunity to prove their innocence, even after being found guilty, even after all this evidence, or, giving them the opportunity to still have life, right?
Okay.
So, did you find out why the state of Minnesota never adopted capital punishment?
No, that's weird. There's a lot of us in the Midwest that does not have it.
Okay, so capital
a lot of
punishment
is
is
southern.
Okay, okay,
And the West Coast.
okay.
East Coast really don't even have it.
Okay.
Some parts of it. Up the peninsula. I'm like,
yeah, because
weird.
remember, I know we reported last week that Pennsylvania was abolishing people that had like nonviolent crimes. They didn't even want them in jail, right?
Exactly.
So there's no room for them. Like, just imagine, that's what we were saying last week. Just imagine there's no staff in the penitentiary because they're doing time as well. And so the history of death penalty in Minnesota has been abolished since 1911.
Okay.
Okay. And so they, from the looks of it, they
have tried to reinstate it a couple
times. Has been a number of unsuccessful attempts to reinstate the death penalty since 1911, including bills in 1913, 15, 19, 21, 23, 27, 31, 33, 37,
up to 2005.
74, 75, 86, 89, 1991, 92, 95, 96, 99, 2001, 2003, 2004, 2005.
And I'm wondering, is it kind of like political?
What? That they won't
do it here in Minnesota?
I think that the people have a lot to do with it, right? Because I mean, it's even hard for jurors to even sentence people a long time in prison. You know, people think that it's an easy task. You know, you notice how people go to jail and get in trouble and they run from being a juror.
Yeah.
They don't want that. They don't want that
no
part.
Yeah, they don't want no parts. Especially if it's
that's like mental health. You know what I'm saying? That's jugging at your mental health. Like, man, I put that girl in jail, or I put that dude in jail.
Yes,
you know, that is really like tragic. I don't ever. Well, I can't be a part of a jury. Thank God.
You might. I think so.
No.
They sent me for jury.
Really?
Yes.
I've never got caught for jury duty that I could remember. I know that one time they sent the mail in, but nobody else. You know, it's like they'll send you mail, and then they'll wait on you to respond. And if they really want you, they'll subpoena you.
Yeah, they subpoena you.
Yeah, you'll get in trouble if you don't at least reply to the mail that they sent. I don't want any parts of
I know, looking at the numbers for women, there have been 51 women out of the 2,500 that are on death row.
Still
51 women now.
Still 51 women waiting to be put to death?
Yeah.
Wow. I guess we have to come back later and tell you guys who those women are.
Yes. But one woman I researched was Lisa Montgomery.
Okay. And what does she do?
Well, she is the only woman inmate, the first woman federally.
She was federal?
Yes.
What did she do?
I don't know how did she become federal, but she's the first woman to be on death row and get executed.
Wow.
So she
first woman ever?
Yes.
Okay.
First woman.
Okay.
For the federal courts, and they put lethal injection January 13th, 2021, this year.
Oh, she just went to death this year?
Yeah.
Oh. What?
Well, what she did was she befriended a lady on the internet.
Okay.
The lady sell dogs. Her name was, what is her name? Bobby Stinnett.
Okay.
So she was a young 23-year-old woman that would post her dog selling and stuff like that over the internet. Okay. And they would change words about puppies and stuff like that. So in the same time, while she's talking to her on the internet with her real name, here comes she builds another email an account under the name of Darlene.
Okay.
Darlene Fisher.
Okay.
So Darlene Fisher, talked to her over the internet and said, "Oh, I want to buy some puppies."
Okay.
So the lady's like, "Okay, you can come see my puppies on this day." So in December, what was it? In December sometime, she drove 175 miles to this woman's house.
Wow.
But let me backtrack. She did talk about pregnancy with, not Darlene, with Lisa.
Okay, so
they talked about, "Oh, you're pregnant." She said, "Oh, yeah, I'm pregnant too. Lisa's pregnant too now." So they're talking.
Okay.
"Oh, how many
So they
months
both
are
are
you?"
pregnant. Okay.
So they're talking about pregnancy and dogs at the same time. Darlene becomes another person that she made up
Okay.
to talk about the dogs and can she buy a dog. So Lisa Montgomery drives 175 miles to this woman's home, knocks on the door, and just bombards her and take a rope and strangle her with a rope. And at the same time, she cuts her womb, the baby out the womb.
Okay.
Yes, cut the baby out her stomach.
Does the baby survive?
The baby survives.
Okay.
She takes the baby home.
Mm-hmm.
Darlene, I think she bled to death.
Okay.
I mean, not Darlene, I'm sorry. Bobby, she bleeds to death.
Okay.
Okay. So the investigators backtracks trying to see what's going on.
Okay.
So the investigator calls Lisa.
Okay.
They find her. That's the last person she talked to on the internet
Right.
by IP address.
Okay.
So people, you busy talking to these strangers online.
Right.
You doing all this meeting and greeting. You
Right.
don't know who you're talking to on the other end of the computer.
Right. 'Cause be whoever you want to be online.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's sad. It's a sad story because when the investigators finally went to Lisa Montgomery's house,
Okay.
they see her holding a baby.
Right.
And she's saying, "Oh, I just had a baby a couple days ago," and whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And so they busy asking her questions. And finally she gave in.
Oh, wow.
She
Right
admitted
there.
to the crime.
Really?
Yeah, so the baby was returned to the father.
Okay.
And
Was she
go
married?
through court. Not that I know of, no.
Okay. So she's just having a baby and she was a dog breeder.
No. Who?
The one that got killed.
I'm not sure if she was married. They didn't say if she was married or not, but
No,
she
I'm
had the
saying she
father,
just was
but-
having a baby and then she was also her side job. Her job was a dog breeder. Wow. So she's selling a dog. She invites a woman to her home to purchase a dog, and the lady kills her and takes her baby. Oh, yeah, that calls for a death penalty.
Okay. Yes, yeah.
That definitely calls for death penalty.
She was on death row from 2008 until
This year. Oh, wow.
So she tried to, say she's mentally ill
Okay.
and stuff like that, and tried.
So she tried every way to get out of it.
Every way to get out of the death penalty. Which when you think of it, she did probably have mental issues.
Right.
Further,
She had to drive
do some
all that
gruesome
way.
stuff like that. I couldn't cut nobody's stomach open like you.
No way,
No.
never.
No, that's gruesome.
Not at all.
And so she was held through that time in Texas. So I was thinking about you at the medical ward in Texas. I'm
Yes. That's where she was?
Yeah.
At Carswell?
I don't know if it's Carswell.
Yeah, it had to be. You said medical ward.
Yeah. They said Texas
I know all
federal
about
prison. Yeah. She was there in the
that's bad.
psychiatric ward in
Well,
medical.
I do.
And they through the whole time she was on suicide watch.
Okay.
And
Well, I didn't see her then. I wouldn't have
You
saw
wouldn't
her.
have saw her.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Because suicide and Max was behind the FCI.
Okay.
So you have the camp, nice, pretty camp. Used to be a hotel, right? And so it used to be a Super 8 hotel, motel.
Okay.
That's so you living in luxury over there,
Wow.
right? They call it the kitty camp,
Okay.
right? Do the, sweet time over there. And then with the fences, barbed wire fences, you had the medical facility. You had the Max unit, which was behind the FCI unit. So she probably was in the back Max unit. Yeah, I'm assuming because she was going on death row, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so she was maximum security. The only time they got any air or came outside was when they was going over to the medical and they were, chaperoned
Yes.
by at least 3 guards.
Really?
Yeah, and they were handcuffed. Yeah, we used to see that. Yeah. Wow. To remind you, don't play with it,
Yep, don't think it's
real.
sweet.
Yeah,
Right.
Ain't nothing sweet going on back there, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the only, what was interesting is the only active federal death chamber is in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Oh, wow.
So they transport her for everybody.
For everybody.
Yes.
Whoa.
That's the only active.
So they would put women there in Terre Haute.
Yeah, when it was time for her to go to, they flew her there or drove her within a week or maybe or so, and she died right there. Had her last meal there and died right there.
Really? Wow. What a thing. Yeah. I couldn't even imagine that, I couldn't imagine being waiting on my death.
Yeah, waiting. And then another thing, you have her family, Lisa's family, that's mourning her because she's getting put to death. They trying to everything they can to,
right,
have
figure
her live
out what,
and just do the rest of her time and die in jail on her own, natural death or whatever. Give her life in prison.
Right.
So she had a younger sister that was 4 years younger than her.
Okay.
And she was talking about how she was sexually abused. And both of them
who was?
When they were little. Lisa
and her sister, the one that did the murder. Okay.
So she said, reached out and talked about her life, her story. And
did she write a book or leave any words of where her mindset was at the time she took the other woman's life?
I'm quite sure she did.
Or she just wanted a baby that desperately that she would cut her stomach out and
you couldn't get pregnant on your own, maybe.
I don't know. There's so many ways to get pregnant nowadays, There's so many kids that want and need a home.
Right.
There were so many things that she could have done and could be free and living right now,
And another thing, was it Lacey Peterson, remember?
Oh, yeah. Husband? Yeah, her husband, Scott Peterson.
Yes.
Yeah, he's still on death row, right?
No, he got they turned that around to life in prison.
Why?
I'm not sure, and this happened during the pandemic time, around 19.
So he got his sentence. See what I'm saying? That when you have that money, you can get it all stretched out, right? And they will extend. So he
has got revert. He's not on death row now.
Wow.
Yeah, I was shocked to hear that.
I thought he was still on death row.
No, nope.
So he got a chance of getting out of just life.
They're trying to get him out now.
Who would imagine dating him?
Why?
Well, who would
because
date him?
Juror, she was on his jury. She was pregnant at the time.
Okay.
And now she's come back saying she was biased because she was pregnant. So she said he was guilty because she felt remorse, and by her being pregnant, maybe emotional state wasn't okay.
Well, I mean, that's
so a new trial, and you think a new trial. If he get a new trial, so we'll be knowing that in the next 6 months.
But if he got a new trial, he's still guilty. He's still
right. But
or what they say, time served.
You never know.
Wow.
You never know.
Justice in America, huh?
Right.
Okay, well, a little lighter news. No, I would not say lighter news. Let me retract that.
Right.
Texas. Political news.
Oh, God.
Wow, Texas. We were always getting shocked with Texas, right?
Texas, yeah.
Yeah. So Texas abortion ban, 6-week abortion ban, is in effect. It's in full effect.
As of what? Yesterday or today?
No, today.
Oh, wow.
So, with the ban in effect, Texas abortion clinics say they won't terminate pregnancies after 6 weeks. So, it's like, as soon as you get pregnant
you better know within 2 or 3 weeks.
You better get a plan B the next day. Because if you don't, 6 weeks is like that. I would think that after what?
Some people have
you got to take 10 days or longer to pee on the stick, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
At least 2 weeks. I think.
At least to find out. Actually, you know what? I don't know. A woman that knows her body, though, she would know right away. Yeah. I knew right away. Yeah. Every time I got pregnant. Like right away.
2-3 days.
As soon as I got up.
Yep. I know. As soon as I winked at him.
Right, yeah. But no, seriously. As soon as you get up, right? You know you're pregnant. Like you start contemplating like
something's going on, something's different.
Wait, going through the calendar,
right?
Where's my?
Yes.
Oh, did it? Oh, I missed.
Well, I don't like the fact that you can tell a woman she cannot get an abortion. Anything can, happen with that woman. She could have got raped. Anything.
It still goes back to men making decisions for women about a woman's body. The most. Okay, so Okay, let's go to this. Tampons, right? In from like 2016, it's been a couple of different women. I could get the statistics later that have started feminine wash.
Oh yeah, Queen V,
tampon,
honey pot,
your honey pot. So, but it's ran by 3 men. The tampon, pads, panty liners,
Summer's Eve, all them.
Everything is ran by men, right? That is like one of the. It is a $1 trillion company. I mean, you can imagine. There's not a woman on this earth that can go without not having one of those things, right? As young as 10, all the way until God 50. Says so, right? So that is a $1 trillion industry, right? But it's ran by men. So it's like there's not a man on this earth that can tell a woman what kind of, personal item to use for their body. Right. Even being the best doctor in the world, right? Even, the best OGBYN, being a man, surgery, whatever. A body doctor, I'll say. They wouldn't know what's the best thing that would fit for us, right? No. But they still make a lot of money off of us. Right. And so that goes to the abortions. I would think that they would leave that open because that's a $1 trillion industry as well, right? And you have now you're just going to have more backdoor doctors, right? Like women back in the days, drinking
quinine or something.
Yeah, and a lot of Plan Bs and a lot of people leaving, like the kids. There was a 14-year-old that left her kid in that restaurant, and that woman had took the baby and just said go. Right? And didn't want to let the baby go. But she had to turn the baby over to the authorities. But it's like, it's going to be a whole lot of that now. Because you're saying, well, at least in Texas. Right. I don't know if the other states are going to adopt it, right? But definitely today.
So you mean, you were saying something about an Uber driver taking a woman.
And so if an Uber driver, anyone that's involved with a person's choice on getting an abortion, they're going to jail too. It said that too. Yeah. It said the Uber driver that drives the person to the clinic to get an abortion can be sued and can go to jail. Oh yeah, they're serious. That's why I said Texas is always some uproar there, right? Especially in the political area, they're always stirring the pot. Right. Yeah. shaking up the U.S. Shaking the whole some and in entertainment news.
No, before you get to entertainment.
Okay.
What about Elijah, the
man
in Colorado?
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so Elijah McClain, 23-year-old young adult that was walking home at night. He had on a mask and a hoodie. Okay. Right? But it was 2019, August 24th, 2019. And he was approached by the police, and they were saying that he looked suspicious. And it turned out he was murdered. He was refusing. They said that he was strong and that he was refusing to cooperate, right? And come to find out, 3 officers, right? 2 active officers, 1 former officer, and 2 paramedics have been charged with 32 counts.
And homicide is one of them.
And
manslaughter,
homicide, manslaughter, assault. Then it goes on, and it's saying that the paramedics didn't do anything
to help him.
So that's why they're guilty.
Okay, so
I mean, being accused of
murder. So the murder that they did was injected him with something sort of similar to a horse tranquilizer to stop him from being so
Oh, because he was strong and okay, and
anxious.
Refusing. Okay,
so that's not. Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it is very. And to wait all this, to take all this time.
You're giving him. I mean, for one thing, you don't even know how much to get this young man.
Yeah, that's sad.
I mean, that's.
Yeah, his family had fought. And they were all charged federally.
Good.
So it's hard to get out of that trouble. Federal? That's big dogs. They don't play.
Oh, right. And they sure don't. And I hope they
don't play
everything that's coming to them, because that was not
right. and it's grand jury indicted. So they have to get. They're gonna have to get some good attorneys to get themselves out of that.
Are they in jail, or the cops in jail, or did they bail out? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what's going on. I just know that they were indicted.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if they're still free. But 5 people, definitely. 2 officers, 1 former officer, and 2 paramedics have been charged in the brutal murder of 23-year-old Elijah McClain. So, yep. And Nene Leakes lost her husband to cancer today.
Yes. He fought a long fight.
Yeah, he did, because for what they had on the show, when they were on the show, they had that it had
that's
reversed.
Your favorite show.
Yeah, it was. It used to be. It isn't anymore. But it had reversed.
Right.
And then so it came back.
Okay.
And on her last season there, she was stating that he was being mean. So I think that's when he was returning, right? Because he was explaining too then that, he didn't know how to live without her, be without her, right? And she was saying that he was saying she was mean because she didn't know how to keep dealing with taking care of somebody that needed her all the time, because he was so independent, because he was the breadwinner. Like, you remember when they first started the show, Greg was the one with the money, most money.
Oh yeah.
And then they broke up, right? Because he said that when she blew up, she owed him, right? Because he put her up. Yeah. And then they got back together, thank God. And now he isn't with us anymore. So he was really good. I've never heard any bad things about him. He was real respectful to all the other ladies on the show.
On the show, yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Greg.
So on a better note, we're gonna give you some giggles and some laughs. Oh, Trick Daddy. Okay. What's up with Trick Daddy?
Okay.
He's always doing something.
He's always doing something.
God.
So he started the controversy like a month ago. Trina wasn't with it. That's his partner in crime. She wasn't with it, so he was like, Beyonce couldn't sing.
Right?
Then he switched it the next day and was like, I said she couldn't sing. What's the difference?
Sing
right?
or sing.
Sing or sang, right? So he was trending then. So everybody this morning was like, it was all memes all across the internet today, like, why is Trick Daddy trending? Why is he trending? Well, he said he is the head of the EBG gang, right?
Ooh, let's see what he talking about. Let's play that for us.
So is the booty gang still in the
Oh my God!
I'm building So it's the Eat a Booty gang. I'm building the franchise up now. Now I'm getting the women to support the Eat a Booty gang.
Oh,
wait.
Wow.
When you say women to support the Eat Booty gang, you saying women is eating the booty? Yeah, women eat the booty.
Oh my God, never. Oh, never. Oh no,
Look
never.
how he's so serious.
Oh no, never. Oh no, never.
Listen, man. You don't have your legs in the air though.
Oh no, never. No. Okay, so do you think that I couldn't see myself doing that? I don't know a man that would not no man I know
right
would even want that.
Look, and his face was so serious.
Yeah, his face was so serious that he wanted to teach women how to do that. Oh my gosh.
Trick Daddy, what's going on?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
maybe.
But some people,
maybe he's a rap star, right? And maybe he's had so many sexual experiences that he's just bored now.
Yeah, so that's
the only way to go, right? I guess. And I guess he said it's safer because he's with a woman. They can't call him anything because he's with his doing girl. That to women. That's what he's doing to women. But and now doing it to he him. Said that he wants it done to him.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All right,
guys, where are you at? Y'all got any questions? What I want to hear what's going on. I mean,
Trick Daddy. Wow.
Yes. So, well, I guess we can just end for the day.
Yeah, we'll end on Trick Daddy with the Eat a Booty Gang. Yeah, He's did it for the week, huh? Trending for the last 24 hours about that, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Meet the SHU.
I'm in the right direction. I'm into this ocean.